We have leased this space now for about a couple years almost, had some office space that we used over here while the warehouse was being retrofitted for our purposes. But we're very excited now. We've been able to be here for a few months, have moved all of our program activities to have them based over here. This is at 480 Central Road in Battlefield Industrial Park. Near the Thurman Brisbane Center, for those who are familiar with the nonprofit world. They're our neighbor directly across the street. And this used to be a Goodwill Industries laundry. So the landlord worked with us to create a nice big open warehouse space. We have about 20,000 square feet of additional warehouse space now. And our food is delivered here, generally speaking, because it also has the asset of 6 loading docks as opposed to just 2 that we've had at our primary facility. So we sometimes shuttle food back and forth between the 2 facilities that are about 3 miles apart. And we're able to serve our agencies out of one building and then do our program activities out of this building. So we've also added some features with racking here for warehousing, with additional cooler freezer space here that basically doubles our freezer and cooler capacity for the sake of the community. So very excited that over the last several months we have been able to move in here and expand our operations and just take some of the pressure off that initial facility.
It shows the big operation that the Fredericksburg Regional Food Bank is. It always has been, but now that you're spreading out and can do more things, this is a big operation.
It is. It really kind of highlights the scale of response that we're trying to make within the community. Also highlights that we're trying to be responsive to the scale of need we see in the community. In the last few years, we've seen our neighbors served, the uptick in numbers, go 25, 30, 40% higher. And so we have to have a little bit more capacity to accommodate commodities being received or purchased for the good of the community. And this helps us have that framework without having everybody on top of one another or having all the product so jammed into aisles that we can't move it efficiently.
Yeah, I was just going to say this. To me, this is an illustration. This is what the area, because of inflation and other things, has become.
It really has been. And I came in the midst of COVID, and that's when we started to look at this as an option, because obviously then there was a tremendous need within the community, just as there is now. But when we only had one facility to address that tremendous need, we truly did have a glut of product jamming our aisles. We were moving food to get to food and then having to move the food back. It was just very inefficient. So even though we have some empty shelves here and in the other building, we definitely have greater efficiency now, the way we've been able to spread things out. And we know we may need this shelf space based on the need that is present within the community.
Unfortunately.
It is very unfortunate. And yet it does highlight a pressure we're under. Obviously, to manage 2 facilities is a challenge. This is a leased facility, but still there's obviously a significant rental cost. The ability to move product back and forth between the 2 facilities creates sometimes an inefficiency there. So there are very sincere challenges we face, and we really need the community to be aware of that, to recognize we're doing this to be responsive to the scale of need. We're trying our best to create efficiency within the community as much as we can, but we really need the community's help to manage these 2 facilities and to manage our product movement and to manage our services in the community.
Fredfood.org if you want to get involved financially and see where you can. And there are all kinds of ways, volunteering, but financially too.
Yes. Finances are always very critical because we can leverage dollars donated into 2 meals for the good of the community based on donated labor of volunteers, donated food products that we're soliciting and receiving. So financial contributions are the most flexible and fluid way to make sure we have the help that we need. But also, I would highlight in this space, much of our volunteer activity takes place in this space now. We've got lines set up, assembly lines for food packing. We do some sorting of produce over here, sorting of other canned goods and commodities that come in here. And we also have our programs operating out of here, so all the programmatic volunteerism happens here as well.
This weekend, you're having an open house here too to kind of show this off, and for the community, boy, if you want to see what the Fredericksburg Regional Food Bank is all about, come and check this place out.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's one of the great things to recognize today is this is going to be open to the public this Saturday to help them experience that this facility is online, that we are working out of here now, that we have made it fully functional, fully operational for the good of the food bank. For the term of the lease, we'll be operating out of here at least for a few years, and then we'll see from there, what we face as a community and community needs, and maybe we would continue here or, have different facility needs that we need to address. But yeah, we really want the public to come experience this, kind of come and see what we're doing, come and see how you can get involved, come and experience the scale of need within our community and the ways we're trying to address that.
I think it's so important that you emphasize the see and the experience, because we talk about the food bank, and this is, like we said, a big time operation, and shows you the needs, and there's ways all of us can get involved.
There are. I mean, we certainly love to steer people to our website, fredfood.org, because of the ways that allows them to donate, sign up for volunteerism, organize food drives, but there is nothing like the tangible experience of being engaged with the food bank itself, with the ways we're trying to serve the community very concretely. And so this open house from 9 to 1 on Saturday, November 4th is a critical way to invite the public in, make them part of the food bank family, because truly it takes a whole community to make the food bank operational. It is not just a few people, it's not even just a few hundred volunteers. We need to continue expanding our community engagement with the food bank if we're going to serve the scale of need within our community.
And it's going to be fun.
Yes, there's going to be some fun activities. There's going to be food trucks on site here. There's going to be vendors from businesses or other nonprofits engaging with the community, sharing information about the services they offer. There's going to be a forklift rodeo. Ted, our staff is going to kind of show off their forklift skills.
Who's ever seen that?
Exactly. So we'll let the public in on some of the skills that our staff shares, and then we'll have a corporate box packing event, a competitive box packing event, which will generate food for the community.
Yeah.
But also let corporations or churches, schools, these corporate bodies come together and work together to pack up boxes and see who's the best at it.
Well, and to see, I mean, that gives you that really shows you what's in both of those, whether it's the forklift or the packing. That happens every day. You're just making it a little bit fun.
Exactly. We're trying to make it a bit of a competition. People love, I think, as spectators, to see competition engagement, but it'll also show the work of the food bank. And then we'll have informational panels here in terms of like placards and tours and things of that nature, so that people can really be exposed to the food bank. It's by nature, it's the typical day when we pack up boxes for seniors. So we'll have our ordinary volunteer group that would be doing the senior box packing. They'll be here that day, so you can just watch that, see that in action. So a lot of activities going on, and we just really hope people will come out, enjoy the food bank, experience the food bank, and above all, support the food bank.
Again, Saturday 9 to 1, 480 Central Road.
Yes.
Right across from the Thurman Brisbane Center.
You've got it, Ted. Thanks.